Now you got Steph thinking, do they really want me here?
The hype first, more than sports.
What I can say is, though, for him to come out and say that about Steph, somebody done called him, threw him an offer that he probably couldn't refuse. And out of respect, I'm not going to Steph with that. But I would throw it out in the media that if Steph asked, we would do it. Because somebody has called him with a deal that he probably was like, hey, this might look good for us going down the line. You know what I'm saying? It could have been a call from San Antonio. It could have been, because they got Darren Fox, he got a big contract. Like, all those type of things come into play. You never know. For a guy like Mike Dunleavy to come out and say that publicly.
So it was strategic.
It was definitely strategic.
Some strategy behind that.
Now you got Steph thinking, do they really want me here?
Now this right here is how NBA rumors get dangerous. Matt basically said, why would Golden State even say they trade Steph if he asked out, unless somebody already called? See, now you done messed up, because once you put that thought in the room, everybody turns into a detective. Who called? What did they offer? Why San Antonio? Did somebody send Dunleavy a trade package that was so good, he had to sit back in his chair like, Steph, we love you, brother, but come look at this. And Matt says it could have been San Antonio, because if you put Steph with that young Spurs core, man, you're gonna have the whole Western Conference checking Zillow in the East.
Warriors, look ahead. Mike Dunleavy, man, Bob Myers left big shoes to fill. And Dunleavy hasn't really moved nothing around. I think, well, I don't know if it's so hard to tell what's true now, but did Dunleavy come out and say if Steph asked to be traded, they would trade him?
Yes.
That was real?
Yes.
Okay, so just kind of out of OG respect, but you know, for Steph to be coming up on 38 years old, Draymond's 36, Jimmy's 36, coming off a torn ACL.
And there it is. Steph pushing 38, Draymond pushing 36, Jimmy 36 and coming off a torn ACL. Man, that sounds more like a group waiting on the early bird discount than a championship team. At some point, you got to stop saying we still got the core. Yeah, you got the core. The core got heating pads now. Steph's still out there running around like he got unlimited stamina, but everybody else's birth certificate is starting to become part of the scouting report. And that's the problem. Golden State can't keep asking Steph to play superhero basketball while the sporting cast is aging in dog years.
They didn't make any moves. I think, you know, I think Bron they were one of the teams that were kind of waiting to see what the fuck Bron was gonna do. Because you heard at one point AD and Bron could possibly be going to the Warriors, so you heard all kinds of stuff. But at the end of the day, they haven't upgraded their roster. I like the young kid from from Michigan. He's got a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
But he hooped, he played well in the summer league. But they really haven't made no moves yet to get better. And, you know, Steph being 38 years old, you know, how much longer are we going to see his greatness? Mike Dunleavy's on the hot seat over there.
This is where Warrior fans got to be annoyed. They were waiting around on LeBron, waiting on AD, waiting on this move, waiting on that move. Nah, I'm going to wait for Black Friday. Then Black Friday came and everything was sold out. Now you're looking at the roster like, well, we got store credit. That's dangerous when Steph Curry's at this stage of his career. You don't have 5 years to figure it out. You got right now. And every season you spend waiting for the perfect move is one less season Steph has to carry this whole thing. At some point, the front office has to stop window shopping and buy something.
Now you got Steph thinking, do they really want me here? Well, maybe so tell you, all this shit is strategic.
Does this version of the Warriors have a shot? I don't think so. Do you?
Nah.
It's a young league.
Nah, I don't.
We still got greatness from Steph, and you know, obviously Draymond is still there.
But that's asking a lot from Steph right now.
It's heavy. It's a heavy carry. It's a heavy carry. They need someone to take some pressure off that.
Now this is where the front office gets cute and creates problems they didn't have. Because once you publicly say, well, if Steph wanted to trade, we'd trade him. Steph might hear that and go, hold on, why y'all got the paperwork ready? Nobody asked for all that. You ever been at work and your boss randomly says, you know, if you ever wanted to explore other opportunities, we'd support you. Oh, now I'm updating my LinkedIn tonight. Because why are you bringing that up? That's match point. If the Warriors are putting that ish in the air, maybe they're preparing for a possibility Steph has not even seriously considered yet. And when your franchise player has carried the organization over a decade, you probably don't want him sitting at home wondering if management already picked out his replacement.
If Steph got tired and was like, I want to get up out of here, what would be the coolest spot?
San Antonio for me.
San Antonio, I think, I agree.
San Antonio, immediate answer, no hesitation. That should scare people because they didn't say Orlando. They didn't say Charlotte. They didn't say some team where Steph spends 2 years selling tickets and teaching young guys how to backdoor cut. They said San Antonio. That means structure, coaching, young talent, defense, and a franchise that generally knows what it's doing. Steph walking in that situation would be like giving a kid with straight A's a calculator during the test. Now everybody else got problems.
You got Darren Fox, they can package one of those. And then not only I ain't even talking about Harper or Castle.
No.
They got 2 big draft picks this year in the draft. The big from Connecticut, right? UConn, and another kid from Michigan, I think. So they did well in the draft. So they got the pieces to move for a Steph with De'Aaron Fox. I think that would be great.
Now we're doing dangerous math, because once people start naming actual assets, everybody got their ESPN trade machine open like they're working in the front office. This is how NBA fans lose an entire afternoon. Okay, what if they send this guy? 3 firsts, 2 swaps, a washing machine, and a Whataburger franchise. Relax, but the point is valid. San Antonio is not some fantasy destination with nothing to offer. They have pieces. So if Golden State ever decided we need to think about the future, there are teams that can make them answer the phone. And that's where this stops being completely ridiculous.
It'd be interesting though. I mean, I kind of feel like Steph is on that Kobe train though. Respectfully, I think Steph is gonna ride the ship until it sinks, similar to what Kobe did.
And that's respected.
Absolutely.
And this is why none of this may ever happen. They think Steph's on Kobe's plan, ride the ship until it sinks. And honestly, that sounds like Steph, because some stars reach in and say, give me somewhere I can win one more. Other stars look around and say, nah, this is my house. If we go down, I'm going down with it. Kobe did that. Dirk did that. Steph might be that type too, and I respect it. But let's be clear, loyalty gets romanticized after retirement. While you're still playing, fans are ruthless. Steph stays and misses the playoffs, people say he wasted his final years. Steph leaves to chase another ring, people say he abandoned Golden State. So basically, no matter what he does, somebody on the internet is gonna call him scared before lunch. That's NBA discourse. But my read is this: I don't think this transcript proves Golden State already had a Steph trade offer. It doesn't. But Barnes' theory is interesting because the timing is weird. Why publicly say you trade the greatest player in franchise history if he asked? Why even put that possibility into the atmosphere? Maybe it's just respect for Steph. Maybe management is being transparent. Or maybe somebody really did call with a package that made the Warriors start thinking about life after Curry. In San Antonio, that would be ridiculous. But the bigger question is whether Steph would ever say yes, because Golden State may eventually be ready to move on before Steph is emotionally ready to leave. And that's the real tension here. The Warriors might be preparing for the end of the Steph era, while Steph is still planning to finish the story exactly where he started. So here's the question. If Golden State can no longer build a real contender around Steph Curry, should he stay loyal and finish his career there? Or should he give himself one last real shot somewhere like San Antonio? Because boy, would they be dangerous with Steph out there. I want to hear what you think. Drop your take below. Hit the like and subscribe on your way out. I'll see you in the Hypeverse. Peace out.
The Hypeverse, more than sports.